Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a good hot topic on the Black Gay Perspective. With me, I have co-host
Dante Thompson. Hello.
and we have Greg. Hello, Greg. How are
Hello,
you?
what's up? How y'all doing? We Jamie out today, so I stepped in last minute.
And we love you, Jamie. We hope you feel good.
Yes.
Feel better.
We miss you, Jamie.
Came out this week, which a lot of people were so surprised that Laverne Cox had revealed that she was dating a MAGA Republican, hard MAGA Republican, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Ooh, intermission already. What happened to love is love and it's okay who you want to date?
Well,
I guess that doesn't apply to...
I guess the backlash come because they like Laverne Cox. She's a black, almost one of the only black trans women on her level of mainstream. And when you hear her speak on black trans issues, they're always on the opposite side of the typical Republican. And to know that she was in a long, committed relationship with a strong MAGA Republican supporter, you don't see the shock value in that?
No, actually I don't.
I kind of see that.
Not some people think about when they are dating somebody or in love with somebody, not everybody put politics at the forefront. Clearly, this MAGA supporter liked trans people because he literally dated one for some time.
Well, I guess the question I want to ask us, could you be with someone that have different political views, even so much for the Republican Party, where they don't even, some people would say that Republicans don't even believe in the trans experience, so why would you even be with someone that don't even believe in your experience? Could you be with someone that opposing view, especially considering the Republican Party, where most of the time they don't even believe in the gay or trans experience?
Nope, and that's why it was eating her up, and that's why it took her all these many years to bring it out, because she felt deep down in her transsexual stomach that it was wrong. Because first of all, as a black trans woman, I think we look at that as first she shouldn't be dating a white guy because she's a black trans woman. And to add on the second there, he's a MAGA supporter. Girl, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Or you that looks like when the remember they used to hose us down. It's like you the one that was turning the water on.
Not.
It was like the white man was holding the hose and you turned the water on.
So she more like an Uncle Tom. So I would say this about that. I think you can, but I think a conversation have to happen.
No, well,
I think if a conversation got to happen, you got to make it clear. Like, do you believe in my existence?
I think
versus let me finish this though. And what I mean by my existence is outside of being just a sexual being for you. Do you believe in the experience of that trans people have a right in this universe? So if I think two opposing can date, but I think we have to have a serious conversation on where we stand with the existence. And I think if we don't have that conversation, that thought will always be in the back of your head. Like, is he just making an exception for me? It's kind of like this, Dante. You know how the white man is racist, but he be like, I got a one black friend because he like Dante. They cool with Dante, but they not cool with Dante race. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
I know, Misha, you do. I'll say this. One, let's start with, no one knows the conversation that Laverne and this gentleman had. So we don't even know his thoughts on the whole situation, and we really don't know, we really don't know what they talked about behind closed doors. So it's unfair for anybody to jump to conclusions on that. We don't even know how this Republican...
But she also didn't give context, too. So
she did give context. And then it's very wrong for anybody to assume what this one Republican thinks. He might be a Republican just because he likes Trump economics. He might not like Trump's when it comes to trans issues. So we don't know that. Just to pick this... just to make it seem like he's a one issue type of person, I think that's wrong too. And gay people, I'm talking about all gay people in the community, let's pull back a little bit. This whole idea that you have to date somebody who thinks just like you, that's why a lot of you are just stuck in your bubble. Me personally, most of the people that I have dated have been Democrats. I don't sit back and try to figure out, are you a Democrat or are you a Republican?
Okay, well let me say.
So how do y'all come together when y'all talk about politics, or do y'all talk about politics?
We do talk about politics,
but y'all don't come together.
So how do they go?
Well, when you say come together, you mean
so
do we
I'm just
agree?
saying like let's say that y'all together and y'all don't agree on economics the same. Y'all raising a family. how do those conversations happen, or how would those?
Well, I
conversations
haven't gotten to that. To that.
Well, that was an example. It could be anything.
Well, I mean, the last two people that I've dated, it's a normal conversation. You know, we watching the news, a topic come up, I state how I feel, they state how they feel.
And you don't feel no type of way that they oppose that?
No, we don't get upset about that. I mean, it is okay to have difference of opinion.
No, I agree.
Even Republicans disagree on some issues. Some Democrats disagree on issues. If you think that the person or mate that you're going to date is going to believe every little thing that you do, that's impossible.
No, I don't think we're saying that. I don't think we're saying you got to tie your shoe when I tie my shoe. I don't think we're saying that. I think what we're saying here is normally when when you hear this man speak, he has nothing good to say about gay or trans people. And for me to go out and seek somebody that has a red Make America Great Again hat and shirt in this closet, and when he comes home from being an NYPD police officer, when he comes in, he takes off his uniform. First of all, that right there should let you know what kind of person this is. Not saying all policemen are bad, not saying all policemen are good, but in our life, police officers have never stood up for us, especially in this climate as a black man. So when you are dating somebody that is a New York police officer, blonde hair and blue eyes, which is leading me to believe he is a Caucasian man through and through.
Yeah, he definitely a Caucasian man.
And he is an avid Trump supporter. Where do you stand? Where does your existence stand besides the sex?
Right. So that's why I say again, I feel like conversation have to happen because, like Dante said, every MAGA supporter don't agree with Trump on every issue. So they might be MAGA because of economics. You know, whatever. I think a conversation has to happen. I can't be with someone and we have opposing political views and we don't have that conversation. You know what I mean? We need to have that because we're going to raise a family together. We're going to put our economics together at some point. So we have to have a conversation to know, where do you agree with these issues at? And if those issues don't make me feel like I don't supposed to be here, then I'm okay with dating you. Because sometimes, like I said, some of them might just believe in a conservative way. All of them are not extreme MAGA supporter where they believe that everything Trump, part of the whole cult of Trump, everything Trump say goes. Some of them believe in more the economics.
MAGA and Trump thing.
But no, that's how she described him though.
And that's what he put out there.
Yeah,
that's what.
That's what she put out there too.
No, I know,
she
that's
said
what she
MAGA
put up there.
supporter. So he wasn't just a Republican. She put MAGA Republican.
I just feel like that's just a negative.
Before we go to commercial, let me ask y'all this: what do you think made her speak on it?
That's a very good question. I was wondering the same thing
because it was so random.
And it's been years ago.
That's
It was after COVID. I think it was during COVID and a couple years after COVID.
2020 started. I think she just that was random though.
It was random, but the way and this is just my assumption, the way how a lot of things is going right now, a lot of people who thought distancing themselves from certain political areas, MAGA and conservative Republican, I think now people are just, you know what, it is what it is. Because 10 years ago, anything red, MAGA, Trump, you want to stay far away from. After this last election, people are not coming around.
I'm not going to, I love you as Dante, but if Kamala come here and Trump come here, I know which way you're going, and I hope you know which way I'm going. So, but I could still sit next to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate you for your political views, and hope you don't hate me for mine. But I don't think as a trans person, as a black trans person, I don't think after you come over there by Trump, you can come and teach me something that Trump has said because it doesn't include me. It doesn't have anything to do with me because I live my life as a trans person, and he does not think trans should exist. So you can't come and teach me nothing that Trump has taught you. That's from the economics to banning school supplies for black African American kids. He can't teach me anything. He doesn't see me. I think that's the core of it all. Did he see you, girl? Did he see you?
Right, so go back to what I said. It's a conversation.
Right.
Well, so
he had to see her because they were dating for 3 years.
No, I'm talking about her existence. I'm not saying he saw her, we about to have sex, or you cooking me dinner, or you know. Did he see her?
I think Okay, so let's not jump the gun. Just because she dated somebody who is a MAGA or Republican, that does not mean that this man believes every single thing that comes out of Trump.
And I agree
as a
with that. That's why I
black
said
person,
a conversation have to be had.
I agree with some of the things that President Trump say when it comes to trans issues. There are some things that I disagree with him on. I disagree how he wants to ban trans people out the military. But some people might just say that Dante is a Republican MAGA, and they would think
So
that
let me ask
everything
you
that
this,
comes
are
out
you
of
a
Trump.
MAGA Republican or you just a Republican?
I'm a Georgia Republican. I don't do that whole MAGA stuff.
You're not that
or what.
extreme to the
Nah,
point
I'm
of,
a Georgia Republican.
Okay, you're not that extreme to the point of you passing by throwing bombs and stuff at the trans and gay people.
I will not throw bombs at trans, gay people, anybody. No, I might throw some words.
And on that note, I'm gonna throw these words. We'll be right back with the Black Age Perspective. We have a more lighter topic now.
Is it really lighter? Or are we going to talk about our y'all forever president?
He is. He will always be my president. Barack, Misha loves you.
I don't know. I like Barack.
What happened to Biden? We just gonna skip by it?
This thing about Obama. I like Obama because Obama knew how to work the room. He knew how to make people like him. But
You saying that Vice President Harris couldn't do that?
not really. She was just there. But with Obama got that right. At the same time, I feel like Obama really didn't do nothing for black people, particular. So that's why I'm kind of like.
You say you feel? No, it's actually a fact what you just said.
Yeah, so I like him as a person, but as a president, I don't really think he really did enough for black people to move the mark, to be honest. So he's not really like my forever president. I don't never, but as a person, I see why people like him. He know how to work the room. He know how to talk to people. He got that energy. He know how to make you laugh. He's such a Leo.
But
right?
but I didn't know he did the same thing that Trump did, deporting people and stuff.
Oh yeah, he
of that
deported
nature.
more.
But
Yeah,
I
but
guess
it was done in a more respectful way.
In a
So
more
of course,
respectful way.
in a way that not necessarily respectful because I think some of them was in cages, but he done it in such a tactful way. I would say. That
Yeah,
it
I'll
wouldn't
use
make it
that word
headline.
tactful.
Yeah.
This.
So I guess I go into our next topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had I think he was on his wife's podcast, and they were talking about some I guess some gay issues that came up. The snippet that I seen was he had a gay college professor, and him and this gay college professor became more than student teacher. They became like friends. The gay professor kind of guided him a little bit, and I guess that's why he was kind of so open to gay marriage and stuff, if that makes sense.
So I guess the question was like, do y'all agree that every man should have a gay friend or something?
No, I don't. I'm so sorry.
Why?
I don't think we need to be picking our friends based off of sexuality or
No.
I understand what Obama was saying. I get that, but the whole idea of you need to go out and seek this or go find it.
I don't think he meant that.
I
feel like
the friendship is it needs to be
organic.
That's true.
yes.
So I don't think he meant it like
I get what Dante's saying. Like, was you friend with someone, you're not friend based on their sexuality.
You're not.
So why does that even?
Why does it even matter? Like, why does it even matter
Okay, well,
if you're
I guess he's saying that the way in today's climate,
you need that empathy and that sympathy for it, because like Misha, I do agree with that. I agree with it for several reasons. The first reason I agree with it is if a police officer if a trans person is stopped by the police, the first thing, when they take my license and male is still on my license, the first thing they start to do is, they don't have the sensitivity, they don't have the empathy, they don't. So
you think because they gay, they most likely would have that empathy? And
of course, they would understand. Okay, I don't want this person to go into a rage, so I can talk to them on the softer side. You need to step out of the car, ma'am. You need, now, I think, like, for instance, if you have a gay child, and you know this child is gay, and you had a best friend, you always hear, Beyonce has even said, my uncle was gay. You've heard a lot of people say they've had gay relatives, and they've learned this from a gay person, and none of it is sexual. I think that's where we go to the left. we think when we hear gay, we're talking about sex or sodomy or having sex in the park. I'm talking about the core of a gay person who wants a job, who wants a nice car, who wants a house. This man was his professor. He looked up to this man for educational purposes. So when you do have a gay child, you'll know, I can't talk to Greg like I would talk to my other son, Dante.
Well, I don't know, because gay don't always mean sensitive, Misha.
No, what I'm saying is, all three of us are from the umbrella. But you can talk to Dante one way, you have to talk to Misha another way, and you have to talk to Greg another way. We're all under the umbrella, but you might have to be more masculine with Dante.
Yeah, no, I get what your point. So
Okay.
this is what I get from what Obama was saying, and I kind of agree with Dante said. It made me don't agree all the way with what Obama said, because like Dante said, if you're building a friendship, you don't look at a person's sexuality usually, right? Cause
No,
you go
I agree
out,
with that.
yeah.
No.
So that's the part I'm kind of like have to
But he
disagree
didn't say
with.
that.
He didn't say that, but if people lead with that and they go out and looking for that,
That's-
that's gonna be always a conflict,
That's-
because it's gonna take away the genuineness from building a relationship. Because now you're saying Obama said he was a president, I gotta have a gay friend, so let me just go be friends with gay people. It's no genuineness, it's no realness in that, because you going out and just saying, let me just build with
I
them.
agree with that.
Let's
100%.
be
Even though,
honest.
and let me make it clear, do I think Obama meant that? No. But that's what he said, and that's what people heard. He didn't mean that. What I think he was saying is having a friend of diversity matters in today's time.
I know that's what he
And
meant.
that's what I'm going off of.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm leading from.
Let's.
But people
We
take
in
his
this
word literally,
day
and I
and
don't know why.
age,
That's
and I
weird.
hate to say this about my community, the gay community. We love to put our sexuality on our shoulders. That's what we like to lead with. And
But do you think that's what he was doing? Obama was saying?
I mean, the fact that he said that every straight man needs to go out and find a gay friend. Well, how else can
But
you
no,
find?
but-
Hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
I'll
on.
tell you-
How
I'm
else
telling
can
you
you?
why that-
How else can
that's
you
what he
find
said,
out?
but I think
that's how.
what-
Hold
but
on.
listen.
No, hold on. How else can you find out about somebody else's sexuality? You have to sit down and talk to them. That's not how you build a friendship. That's not how you build a genuine friendship. You build a friendship really by getting to know somebody. And then in the course of that, if they so happen to be gay, bisexual, or not sexual at all, that's not how you build real friendship. And that's the
that's
reason
the
why
part
in
I
the gay
agree
community,
with
why
you.
we don't have
what's
a lot
wrong
of,
with that?
that's why some of y'all don't
So
have
it
real
take-
friends,
I
because y'all
agree
don't
with
even
that.
know what
That-
friends are.
That do take the realness from it, but I'm telling you, you can't technically use it against Obama. I'm gonna tell you why.
I will.
Because he said this is the reason why. Because having sympathy. That let me know. Let me finish. No. Let me
Do gay people are the only ones who have sympathy?
No, but what I'm
No.
telling you is what he meant.
I
know
know
what
what
he
he
said,
meant.
but you got to remember, Obama still is part of that toxic masculinity era. So his words sometimes not going to match what he's meant. What I mean by that, for him to say, because after all he said this is why. Because what it teach you a level of having sympathy for people. That let me know what he meant is having friends of all type of background. It
Right.
teach you how to go to the world and not to be a
Right.
certain toxic masculinity in the
Right.
world. That let me know what he ultimately meant. Based upon what he said, I can get why the headline was Obama said everybody need a gay best friend. And that's not what, and I agree with you on that point. But what I know what he meant by that is like, no, having diversity in your friend group, it teach you about having sympathy for people. So when you grow up, you realize because a person different, that don't mean I have to be your enemy. That don't mean I have to attack you.
Exactly.
That's
That's
he
what I
meant.
got from it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But that's not what he said. I give you that.
I know.
The headline was there, but for him to put that on there, let me know, oh, he mean like, oh, having backgrounds, it helps you do see the world different. It helps you do have a certain level
Okay,
of
well,
sympathy.
let me ask you this, and I asked him when you took a bathroom break. When like for instance, if I want my hair done, and people do it every day, they go out and seek, okay, I seen this girl hair done, and you asked me, who did your hair? Oh, this boy named John did my hair. You go out and seek that. You go out and seek
But I think friendship supposed to be, it's a different
Okay.
one for me.
I don't
Yeah.
no.
I think it is.
Okay,
Because let me, I'm tell you why. Because a lot of times your longest friendships are friendships that you just find yourself in. You didn't go out and seek them.
I don't have no.
Well, I'm just saying, like your childhood best friend
We
usually.
don't talk.
Well,
So
I'm just
Misha should
saying
be
when y'all
mute for
was
this
good.
conversation
So
then.
I don't know about. You can go look at friends like clothes.
Okay. Well.
Nah,
okay.
we can't do that.
So this cannot happen. Me and you met each other 6 months ago, and You never told me, this is hypothetical, you never told me you had an issue with gay people. I don't act gay, I don't look gay, I do the same things that you do. We go to the gym, this, that, and the third. And I say to you, as a friend, we never had this conversation. I say to you, did you see old dude with the blue shirt on in the gym? I gave him my number. That's it. And you say to me, oh, I didn't know you were gay. When I call your number an hour later, I'm blocked. When you see me, you don't speak or you give me a drop. What's up, bruh? And you going on about your business. So I think when you meet somebody, you meet them transparent. You should say, I'm not saying you should lead with, oh, I'm gay, I suck dick and I get fucked in the ass.
A lot of people think Obama's saying everybody need a gay best friend. So now let's teach these little boys go out and go get best friend. And that's not what he was saying.
No, that's not
but
what
that's
he's
the
saying.
headline.
Right.
That's what people, most men are talking about. They're toxic masculinity, talking about, they talking about this, but they ain't talking about what
There's
Obama's
some
saying.
straight men that can teach you the same thing that Obama was saying that gay people can teach you.
But I'm saying, right. All I'm saying is, and I know we got to go on a break. I think this is what he was saying ultimately. Having diversity in your friend group do teach you a level of understanding and a level of sympathy. That's what I feel like he was ultimately
and I
saying.
hope that's what he meant.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope the forever president, that's what he truly meant in his heart of hearts. And I love former First Lady Michelle Obama. I love her. Obama, never.
On that note, we'll be right back.
What makes my life real?
What makes my life real?
What make my life real?
What makes me a regular person
Is the fact that I'm ubiquitous in this grind, so you cannot miss me.
I want to live, love, laugh, and learn just like the next person.
When you cut me, I bleed.
Making boss move.
I have feelings and emotions just like any other human being.
Is that I work hard?
Being independent.
I've been through some things.
I've done the work that it takes to get where I am today.
I love a good look. I love a good outfit.
Living in my truth 24/7.
And I only speak reality, and I only speak truth.
And at the end of the day, I really just want to put people on.
We live just like anybody else.
That's what made my life real.
What makes my life relentless?
What makes my life relentless?
What makes my story relentless?
What makes my life story relentless?
What makes my life story relentless? Because no matter what chapter in my life,
I stand for good. I stand for people that are standing in the dark. My drive to actually be the change in the world that I want to see.
I take punch after punch.
To have a voice, to be heard, to be seen.
no matter how many rounds I go through in life, I have remained undefeated and self-made.
I create spaces by cultivating, motivating, and inspiring those around me.
And I still come out on top.
I'm still the champion.
And welcome back to the Black Gay Perspective. And Michelle Obama and President Barack Obama, I love y'all. Somebody don't love y'all, and you see my hand waving over their head, so you know who they are. But
I love that.
I
just
love
don't
y'all.
think he did enough for black people, but I like him as a person.
I love him as a person. I love the way he
person,
talk. I love
Yeah,
the way
he got
I love,
energy.
yes.
No,
I love his approach. I
yeah.
love everything about him. And we have other gay news. What are you out there, viewers? What do you think if you see a straight guy that's overly nice? Well, he don't have to be overly nice. He's just nice. That's just his personality. Do you think he wants you, or do you think that he wants to have sex with you, or do he wants to, ride your ride? What do you think about that, Greg?
So I have a lot of that, but I'm gonna go to where we originally got this story from. So this guy that do the podcast, I'm gonna put the podcast below. Y'all will see it when it come below. He did a podcast and he out of Memphis. He got a nice, great platform where it's he's gay, but he have a lot of his. He had his cousin on there one time, and his cousin was straight, and he was telling his cousin on one of the podcasts, when we was in high school, we both were fighting for two different things. And he said, like, I was fighting because they was picking on me for being gay. Right. So if I came home and told my dad I got bullied on, and I really tell my daddy why, because I was being gay, I can't go home and tell my daddy that. He said, but you can go home and say that you got in a fight because you slept with a girl, slept with one of your friend girl, and your dad gonna give you doubts.
Right.
So it kind of started where he's trying to bridge the gap between, I guess, the gay community and the straight community. And he made a claim which is so important to me, that every straight person that's nice to you is not don't want you. And I do think that's valid, and I think it's valid only because.
100% valid.
I do too.
But do y'all think the reason why majority gay people think that because we're not used to heterosexual being nice to us?
Honestly, yes, I do think that, and I also think, I mean, even as a gay person, you can't be nice to another gay person because they just automatically assume that you want them.
Why
if you
is that?
I think it's because some of us are really alone, and we don't want to be honest about that. We feel lonely. You know, as soon as somebody genuine comes to you, you're kind of like, oh, I never had this aura before. This seems nice.
Oh, wow. That's okay. Never thought about that.
The smartest thing he said since I've known him.
Nah.
That's a good thing. That's a good point, Dante.
You see how she
He's so
laughed,
nice
right?
to me. He is so nice. Oh my God, I love him.
And she fixed the hair too.
I just saw it.
Wow. That's a good point.
Wait, why the blonde voice? That was some shade.
Well,
but no, that's a good point though, because I think like you just said, it do stimulate something in you that you never felt. You be like, oh, you take it as they want you sexually, and it can be so innocent because now you feel in a way, and they not responsible for that because how you feel is how you feel. You're responsible for your feeling. I think that could be very much true.
Yeah, and I also think that, like he said, we are so alone. When someone is genuine, we are attracted to that genuine side of them. Like I know y'all been in the clubs or wherever, and somebody's been nice to you. Oh, you could go ahead. You go ahead in front of me, and you look at him, you're like, oh, he's fine. Oh shit. And then you have to, like, when you're older and you know better, you're like, oh, he's just being nice
to me. Yeah.
He doesn't want.
But do y'all also think one of the reasons too is that the black gay community is not used to black heterosexual men being nice,
and that's why they're not nice to us, because if they would, like, for instance, especially if they were a female, and the female, you know, she's one of those kind of girls, and you are nice to a trans person or a gay person, they're gonna check your underwear. They're gonna check your underwear.
But no, that's a good point, but that's not the point I was making. The point I'm making is, do y'all think also too? Because I do think that's a valid point. But I do you think also due to trauma, and the trauma is this, do you think that the black gay community Pacific is not used to very attractive, strong, heterosexual man genuinely just being nice without being rude and disrespectful? Because sometimes, to me, from my experience, most heterosexual men feel like they have to be mean to gay people just to let you know they don't want you.
Yeah.
And to let their friends know,
I don't like around like that.
Yes.
Of course.
But I think it's a two-way street too on that. And I say it's a two-way street because it is to let the gay person know, to be a little rough to them, don't come this way. But I also think it's because if that person is feminine, then I do think the straight person will act that way. If it's more of a masculine person, I think the straight person, they give him a pass. You know, he's gay.
He's not clockable.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
the second smartest thing he said since I've known him. Oh my God, he wins a prize.
She's been knowing me since 2023.
That's a good point, though. So it's so many reasons why it could be, right?
But I really think the main thing is they're not used. Some of us gay people are not used to straight people being nice, and the fact that it's a 10 that's saying hello to us, open the door for us, or just you look good, you smell good.
Oh, that's another point.
What's that?
Because if he ugly being nice, you wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care.
Not at all.
No.
But
like
that's
if you're a 10,
that's why I said the one that let you up in the line, you look back like, oh shit, he's fine, he like me.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that all the time.
So then it go into, do we really care if it's go into the looks then? It's all about the looks.
Can we flip it? Because sometimes when I'm out and if I see somebody that looks nice, I don't mind going to that person and say that they look nice. That doesn't mean I want
because you just go there and say that.
Well, if I think they look good,
and they walk past you, you walk past nice jeans.
Yeah, nice jeans. It'll be a small conversation, but that doesn't mean that I want to get your number
all the time.
Very true. Very true. Very true. I mean, sometimes just a compliment. Yeah. You know, you just walk by, you have a nice cologne.
I don't know. If I don't want you, I'm not gonna go out my way to tell you look good. I'm just not gonna go over and
I think I'm more like you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go.
Really?
I think
y'all not gonna compliment somebody.
No, not on my way. Not if you pass me by.
Right, you passed me.
Yeah.
Well, that's why when Misha correct me, she said pass was like, that is true. I only wait till you kind of come in
Yeah.
my area.
So, because
Yeah.
you want a full view, front and back. I think that ties into the Obama situation. I think
we went back to forever president.
Yeah, I think that's
How do that tie to
because
FAU?
I think when you've been around gay people or trans people, and when those things happen, you kind of have the empathy and the knowledge of, oh, hey, how are you? That's all it means. Hey, how are you?
Okay, that's fair. I like that. That's fair.
That's what
because
I think.
diversity do give you a certain level
right.
of the world. Okay.
That's how I was looking at the
That's a
comment.
good
I was
point.
looking at the comment as he's not saying everybody should just walk out their house. Oh, you
But
gay?
that's
hey.
how they took it though, because that's what he. Like I said, and like I said, Obama, even though Obama became open to same-sex marriage when he became
I love you
president,
for that.
we still have to remember he still was part of that culture of black
right.
toxic masculinity. So somewhere he used is still gonna be so. Even when he was speaking, you could tell he was thinking about what he wanted to say.
There's
right?
nothing toxic about being masculine, by the way.
No, what I'm saying though, no. Right, being masculine, but it's a certain thing as when you feel like your masculinity is better because you are masculine. That's the toxic part.
See,
all of it should be celebrated. It's the point I'm making.
Like bottoms and tops.
Yeah, but
everything
I say this. I say this in Dante's defense because I know we gotta go to break. Most people celebrate being feminine more now, right?
Yeah.
In an opening,
But
they want a masculine guy to bang them. But in an opening, they want everybody to be feminine and colorful.
Right.
But they want to go home with the masculine guy.
Right.
You on the back burner. But in the opening, you're gonna see number of feminine people. So it has to be fair. On y'all end, the masculinity should be celebrated as well as people that's feminine. They shouldn't be looked down on because they're feminine and feel like they're less than. So I feel like it has to be both.
Before we go to break, let me ask you this question. Where do y'all think that came from? We had to separate the tops from the bottoms, or we had to put it on a shirt.
You know why? I think, and I don't know how, but the spirit telling me that it's something more dealing with the DL community.
Okay.
I feel like it has a lot to do with it, only because you got to remember, like, masculine guy that looked like Dante at one point couldn't say that they want a feminine boy top or a feminine boy bottom. They couldn't say that, so they can like it, but it was such a word, and it's still going on now. They can't be open with what they really like. They can't say they want a trans girl to clown their back, even still in the gay community. So I feel like it's part of that society where you have to be DL. You even have to be DL in the gay community in your sex position. Like, that's crazy as hell. You can't openly just say, I'm a masculine bottom these days, because you do get looked down upon. Because if I see you as a man, I automatically assume you're going to do everything for me. You're going to lead the way. You're going to take me to the promised land only because you're masculine.
That was a lot.
Yeah,
and that was 100%. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it's something to do with the DL, and I never thought about that. It's so funny we got to be DL in our own community in terms of our sex positions. Like, we can't openly, like, masculine guy can't openly celebrate being a bottom.
No. And those are the main ones. And on that note, I'm going bottom or top. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to the Black Gay Perspective. That topic was so long-winded.
It was.
It blew my back out, honey.
She got her back beat.
Oh, my back was... how did y'all like the topic?
I thought it was a good topic.
I love
the
the
topics.
Miss Cox topic.
Yeah,
Why you had to
like
say it like that, Miss Cox?
Yeah, I feel like that was a good one, and I like the one before this last one. We was talking about
The opting out
opting,
of
not
the
opting
homosexual activity.
No,
The straight man.
Yeah, the straight man. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
I think that's very important because that will help some our gay people not get beat up.
Yeah, that's true. Cause we gotta go to these straight spaces. So if you keep your head down and your ears open, you can maneuver through.
And I don't think you gotta keep your head down. Just be respectful. You know.
But see, and that's where a lot of trans girls go wrong too. You know, a man opens the door for us, and he good looking, and he your type, and you make
neck.
right
The way what?
flying everywhere,
Breaking their neck, looking and stuff.
and you know,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, it could be, it could turn out bad, and sometimes it turn out good. Sometimes they open the door for you because they like you.
And but you gotta also understand, it's just for sex. They're not trying to be in a date like with you, baby.
Yeah.
If you know that. And most trans don't be knowing it.
No, they don't want to accept that.
Yeah,
they don't want to accept it.
Like
just like Miss Cox, you didn't want to accept that she was sleeping with that man that was a Advent MAGA supporter.
I think she did accept it.
Yeah, I don't know.
3 years later.
Nah, she just told y'all 3 years later.
Well, yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
She never gave a context of it, so I wouldn't say because she said it was a 3-year relationship. To me, that's a long time.
And some love has to, and some conversations had to be had, and some love had to be expressed.
And one thing I do want to say, because I thought about this earlier, she probably helped him change his mind on some things.
Oh, of course. Oh, of course.
And that's why it's good to, I would say, try to date somebody or get to know people that's different to you. Kind of piggyback off y'all favorite president.
I agree. I think, but it's a conversation got to happen.
Yeah.
We don't shouldn't be just dating. We just staying surface. We need to be challenging each other,
Yeah.
ideologies and different things like that, so we can make sure, like, okay, I can see that better now. Because sometimes it's not even that I'm against what you're saying. I just don't see it.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you're making me see it,
right, and I still don't have to agree with it because you made me see it either.
exactly.
But I see it. I have a better, you know,
and they go back to
approach
like
on
the Obama thing. You have more sympathy when you have more diversity.
Yes, I agree with everything Barack Hussein Obama said.
Oh wait, this sounds like okay.
I agree.
So I have been accepted to work at the Capitol, for a year. So it's the Capital Policy Leadership Institute. Only 18 to 22 people get accepted into this program, so I'll be doing that for a year and doing my full-time job. But I'll be able to travel around the state of Georgia, talk to policy leaders.
That's Republican and Democrat?
So the program, anybody can apply to it. Most of the people is conservative based.
Okay.
But it's policy oriented. So it'll speak with policy experts, business leaders, lawmakers, some attorneys as well, and lobbyists. The topics, we're going to cover a lot of topics from education, healthcare, taxes, transportation, water, anything. It's really for a program that people who have an interest in public governance.
That's amazing.
So what's the fact that you in it, and what's your goal of what you want to accomplish from this?
It's going to be a stepping stone. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it's going to be a stepping stone, and it's a good way for me to meet and network with people.
So I guess my better question, are you looking to like change something? You want to bring a little more diversity to what you?
So yes, you had to write a paper to get into this program. There was
how long was your dissertation?
So the 3 issues that I said, because they asked each participant, what are the 3 main issues that you think for the state of Georgia? And for me, it was healthcare, because I do think healthcare, the cost is too high, and also in urban and rural areas, there are a lot of healthcare systems that are closing down, and people don't talk about that.
What about this car insurance? Do that too.
So my next one was technology. I do think we need to be serious with technology. One, from a consumer privacy standpoint, jobs as well, and we need to educate people on how to use AI.
What was the third one?
Third one was taxes. I listen.
So no black issues.
Well, those are black issues.
Well, I'm saying, but it's not. Yeah, they are.
They are black issues. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people that put race on it, but I did think about people, my people. When you think about technology, well, hey, after a while, some jobs will have a robot behind it, believe it or not.
Yeah.
or
So,
just,
and I guess that's why I asked you, like, when I asked you about, like, change, like, do you want, is it a lot of black people in that space, I
That's what I
guess?
was about to ask.
So, our meet and greet, I was the only black person there. But I will say the selection committee.
We ain't going nowhere, y'all. We ain't gonna be progressive, y'all.
On the selection committee, I did know 4 people who I did not know was on the selection committee before. So those 4 people, they knew me and they were able to speak to the things that I do in the community. So,
So you're the only black in there. How you feel about that?
kind of upsetting, but it's okay.
How many spaces do you go into in the political arena with being the only black person?
Not much. I haven't been to a spot where I'm the only. I might be like 1 of 5, but I
That's
wouldn't.
still tight with your counterparts being how many, just roughly?
I mean, it depends. It's always more white people.
Yeah.
That
And I love my white people.
I would say, it's a mix when it comes to the ratio of Hispanics and black people in there. If you go in the metro Atlanta area, there's a lot of gay Republicans. A lot of people don't know that. But there are a lot of gay Republicans, and they're part of the Atlanta Young Republicans and Buckhead Young
It's like white
Republicans.
ones, though, mostly.
Mostly. On the debate watch night, everybody's welcome to come, but on the debate watch night, I did notice on the first one for Joe Biden and Trump, there was a lot of gay black people that came to that, but it was across, what's that spot from Bulldogs?
The Vortex?
Not the Vortex.
Not the
Hudson Grill.
Okay.
Hudson Grill.
We was up top.
Okay, gotcha.
And I noticed that there were some black people that came up there, and they just came. I mean,
They came to eat.
we did get free food, and
Right.
everybody got a free drink ticket.
Misha, take us out.
I had fun with the topics. I'm so happy Greg came to see me. Dante, I'll see you next week. Jamie, we love you. Tawan, happy birthday. And everybody, be gay. We're out.